Got the deuce in the phantom. Swear that extended clip look like a banana.
Whose house? Deuce house. Once again, it's time for another episode of the Deuce Hole, and I'm your host, the Gremlin, Deuce Arnold. So, we're doing tournaments for the titles, huh? Think you're really going to win one? Maybe you will. You might hold on to it for a little while, but then you know what'll happen? Yep, that's right. One of those powers that be will find a way to get their lackey to come and take. I'm doing it again. You know what? Let's just get on with the show and start with our guest. My guest this week has been around for quite some time now. He's had his ups and downs and all arounds throughout his tenure here in NPON. We've had our moments between us, good times and bad times, but overall, he's a good dude and a fierce competitor. Hailing from the Steel City and looking like Tyler Perry, I bring you the Dark Horse, Erin West. So, Erin, Season 8 is no more. It is now Season 9.
Last year's history. We start all over now.
Yes, sir, and now we're doing tournaments for all the titles. Well, except for one title. Nobody else is getting the most gaseous man in NPON.
Again, though, I insist on retaining my title.
So, Erin, I've always wanted to have you on the show, but I've never had you on the show because the truth is, I never really knew where we stood. I mean, there are lots of times I have guests on the show that I think I'm going to get along with great, and they just completely turn it sideways. And I had no idea if you were ever going to be one of those guests or not.
I don't want to be an intrusive factor here, so tell me to get lost by all means if you find this objectionable.
Nah, man, it ain't like that.
Local.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's good to have you on the show finally. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, I was gone for years.
I'll bet you have missed hearing my mellifluous voice all this time.
Yeah, let's get back to the subject at hand. It's a new season, and new season means we got a lot of rookies, like every new season.
Oh, I'm telling you, that school's out. The school bell rang. The kiddies, they all run out, hopped on the bus, and there went the bus steaming out of the playground or schoolyard or something.
Right? It's like they jump off the school bus and decide to just join NPON.
They got guys out there, but ain't been bar mitzvahed yet.
But you know who my favorites are? My favorites are the people that come from the other feds that think they can win here.
And now maybe that notion is rolling around in the craniums that they haven't ever won here. So, ha!
Yeah, but you know what? We were all new here once. I mean, do you remember our first match together? That's when I was still doing the jelly time, and I'm pretty sure I beat you with that jelly time. You remember that?
I'm telling you, you will rarely see something like that. It was like a lion coming out of a tree, 270 pounds conservatively, and flying through the air and coming down. It's like you're the guy on a safari. You don't know there's a lion sitting in a tree.
Yeah, I remember that.
So where I come flying out of the tree, my legs are up in the air, my arms are up in the air. It's ridiculous. They're laughing for 10 minutes. He thinks that's funny.
Yeah. But you know what? That was your rookie year. We all had trouble our rookie year. And hey, I remember that one time when that dude was fucking with you in Cater, and I stuck up for you. Do you remember that? Tell the story for the folks at home.
He came clear from the dining room. He heard there's trouble up there. He comes clear from the dining room. He grabs this guy by the shirt collar, and he says, one more word from you, Buster, and I'll tie your tongue to your shoelaces.
Yep, and then went right back to eating.
Then he went through a sandwich, like mayonnaise dripping out of a sandwich.
Ah, the good old days. And then they put me in a match with that rat bastard. I super kicked the fuck out of his ass.
It was like an airplane landing on the guy. The guy's teeth flew into the fifth row, hit him so hard. I swear I saw his mouthpiece fly into the third row. An old lady caught it on the fly, checked it for a fit, and put it in her pocketbook.
Goddamn right, that lady got a good souvenir. But moving on, that's when the happening happened, and I was let go, and the Deuce Hole was canceled.
I was not surprised at all. I expected that to be the case, I tell you.
Damn, homie, a heads up would have been nice. What is it that you heard had happened?
Now, the scuttlebutt for years has been, it started with a paragraph in a suburban newspaper. When you were berating him and not coddling him, you once said that his biggest problem was to overcome the fear of failure.
Oh, you think he stole my belt and got me fired over some shit I said to a newspaper? God damn, man, he's gotta go. Him and his ego need the fucking boot. His career's lasted way too long. I need to end this shit soon.
And how his career, after 8 years and going into his 9th season.
Yeah, and this season's gonna be the last one, you feel me? But I gotta say, he is keeping in great shape. Any idea on how he keeps in such good shape?
He's staying off that Manapua.
The what now?
That's a delicacy in the islands, you see. The Manapua, the Samoans love it. It's a doughy pastry sort of thing with red meat in the center.
Oh, you know a lot about food, don't you?
I am the world's greatest authority on food.
Yeah, challenge accepted on that one. But, yeah, I should probably hit up the treadmills. It's just kind of hard. And,
It ain't science.
well, technically it is.
But because I've got to run cautious, because I'm not in tune with my fullback. You go in there and you run.
Yeah, you're right. But I've just been preoccupied with trying to end the career of that low-life piece of shit. Did you see his last match?
He looks like Nijinsky.
The fuck's a Nijinsky? Is that like a racehorse or some shit?
No, he ain't a racehorse.
Then, yeah, I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
Nijinsky, what was it, the great ballet dancer?
Okay, but why not Baryshnikov?
Don't quibble with me.
Yeah, fine, sure. I mean, I'm trying to get to justice, but it's hard, because every time I turn around, I got some jag-off like brawler getting all up in my face. Did you see that the other day?
He could tell whether he uses Listerine or Scout. That's how close he was.
Yeah, it was a bit uncomfortable, but I mean, let's talk about you. Your finisher. Did you ever come up with a name for it?
Yoy.
You're just calling it Yoy?
They get together for the games at home and watch on television. They have parties. And each time I give a yoy, they have to down a little something.
Oh, and you trying to get them kids drunk. I see how it is.
Yoy, a double yoy.
Double Yoy? You go, Aaron West.
Triple yoy.
Triple Yoy?
What can you say? It's almost quadruple yoy.
Hell yeah, somebody's getting hammered. But look, we're just about out of time, so why don't you tell the people at home what you think of them if they don't watch the Deuce Hole?
You ain't a real fan. You're just some yeggo sitting in his pants, and your neighbors in his pants will look upon you with contempt.
This has been another edition of Deuce Hole. My guest has been Aaron West. Thank you. Good night. Fuck justice. Deuce, deuce.
Like a banana. I just dropped the deuce up in a Fanta. And I don't fuck with 12, so don't read them a random. I just dropped the